Thank you everyone for coming along to this webinar on pretty short notice. I started telling people about it on Friday, and over the weekend the list of signups kept growing, so thanks for sharing. I checked a little while ago, we had over 170 signed up, and I know not everyone could make it live, so we're going to be having a replay, and that will be sent out. So a very warm welcome to everyone who's watching the replay too. For those who don't already know me, because you might have been told about a friend or you might be brand new, I'm Kelly Pietrangeli of myprojectme.com. And for over 6 years, I've been helping women, mostly mothers, to step out of autopilot and into higher levels of conscious living. I'm the author of Project Me for Busy Mothers, a practical guide to finding a happier balance. And I want you to know, though, that today our topic is of value to all. Doesn't matter whether you've got kids, you don't have kids, whether you're male or female, younger or older. Now more than ever, with so much uncertainty and fear in the world, the only thing that any of us have any control over is our own thoughts and emotions. So in our time together over this next hour, I'm going to try to help you to understand the immense personal power that you have. If you're ever feeling powerless, I'm going to give you some very practical tools to help you to step back into your power again if you're ever feeling that way. I really feel that now is the time to protect your energies against collective worries and pessimisms and fear, and focus on all that is good in your life right now. We spend too much time future projecting, don't we? Thinking about all the possible scenarios and what ifs, and really want to help you guys to feel more present and connected to who you're with and grateful for what's great in your life already right now. And I want to help you to navigate these ever-changing circumstances with a sense of deep inner confidence that you're safe and you're protected at all times. Now is an opportunity to feel truly connected to whoever you're with and whatever you're doing, and especially a deep connection to yourself. I call this Project Me for a reason. I have always called it Project Me for a reason because I think that it all starts with ourselves. Make feeling good be your highest priority, really. I know there's a lot of things to organize and sort out right now for a lot of people, but if you can make feeling good be your highest priority, that is going to put you in the best position. I want to help you to elevate yourself into higher levels of empowerment and love and all the stuff that's on the flow chart of emotions. I hope you guys have got this flow chart of emotions. I know I sent it out a little bit last minute, so we've had a chance to print it out. If you haven't, I'm just gonna kind of show you what it is all about here. On the flow chart of emotions, at the top, in the upward spiral emotions, I'm gonna explain this in much better detail, but you've got joy and empowerment, freedom, love, appreciation, and we can experience love and empowerment even in a lockdown. And we can experience love and empowerment and joy and appreciation even in really challenging crises. We absolutely can. So that's what I really want to help you guys with tonight. Okay, so I've been told that I have a talent for distilling a lot of information into really practical and easy to understand tools. So that's my intention here today, is to kind of take a lot of stuff and try to put it into something that's really going to be tangible and that you can put into effect with immediate effect. So the first part that I want to talk to you about is, well, I'm just going to tell you what the structure is. I'm going to try to do everything in kind of an hour. And in the first part, I'm going to help you to understand what it means when I talk about your vibes and your vibrational frequency and energy, because maybe some of you are like, I don't even know what she means when she talks about raising my vibes. So I definitely want to help you to understand that. And then we're going to move on to this flow chart of emotions and what an incredibly valuable tool this can be in your everyday life. And then we're going to look at some high vibe practices to help you feeling good. And you know, high vibes mean healthy cells and stronger immune systems. So this is like good for everything. And then we're going to look at contagious emotions and how to protect your vibes from outside influences and how your vibes affect those around you and extends out into the whole world. But before we dive into all of this, I want us to all stop and put your pens down. If you got your pen, put both feet on the ground if you're able to. If you're not sitting in a chair or something, that's okay. But if you're able to, put both feet on the ground and relax your forehead. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, but the most important thing is that you relax your forehead. Relax that area between your eyebrows. Relax every muscle in your forehead. Did you know that it's actually impossible to think a negative thought when you have a completely relaxed forehead? Try it right now. Try to think that what I'm saying is complete BS. When you have a completely relaxed forehead, it just immediately brings you into the present moment and drops everything out. So keep your forehead relaxed, and even close your eyes right now if you feel comfortable with that. And we're just going to breathe. And we're going to breathe into the count of 4, hold it at the top for 4, and breathe out to the count of 4. I'm just going to do that once. I just want to just get us a little bit grounded here. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Just keep breathing. Be connected to your breath and keep your forehead relaxed. And I just want to remind you that you are protected, and you are grounded, and you are safe, and you are more powerful than you even understand right now. You are so powerful. Say to yourself, I am powerful, and know it to be true. And as you open your eyes, remember the secret weapon that you have, and you have it in you, and you can take it with you, and you have it all the time, and that is to relax your forehead, which stops you from future tripping. If you catch yourself doing that kind of thinking like that, just relax your forehead, and then resist the urge to get caught back up in that thinking again. Like, cut it off and do your breathing, and it'll bring you back into the present moment again. Have a look at the poll while if you haven't seen the poll yet, some people are still arriving late. Have a look, there's a little poll, and keep adding your votes to the poll. I'm really happy right now to see that most people are on the upward spiral. Actually, most people are on the up and down. Okay, most people are on the up and down. A lot of people are mostly on the upward today. We're just looking at today. Everything is one day at a time, isn't it? So I'm not even asking you how you've been feeling over the past week, or over the weekend. It's just, how are you feeling today? And you want you to check in with yourself every day and ask yourself how you're feeling, and even check in with yourself every moment to ask yourself how you're feeling, because it really is down to that. I am going to switch over to a video that I want to show you. Let me get that open for you right now. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see this. I'm glad that there's people helping each other. I can see that Sarah's already helping, and Sarah, the other Sarah is helping Kim. That's great. Keep that going in the chat. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share that. Share. And then I'm going to go to enlarge that screen. Okay. This is where I might need Sarah to tell me if this isn't working properly, because Ursula checked it for me earlier. Thank you, Ursula. We'll see if this still works. I'm going to press play on a video for you, and I want to tell you before I press play on this that I created this video in January, and I created it for my high vibe journey people, my high vibe tribe. I created a 4-week program called the High Vibe Journey, and it was helping a group of 12 women to understand themselves as energy and to understand everything about how to be on their highest vibes. And I took women through this 4-week journey, and this was video 1 of the High Vibe Journey. And I got the most amazing feedback from the women who did it. Some of you are here right now, so you're going to be seeing this again, but I don't think you can see this too often. And it's amazing for me to think right now that I created this in January with no idea what was to come and how relevant it is right now. So that's why I really want to play this for you. It'll really help you to understand how to use this flowchart of emotions. And there'll be certain things in there where you'll realize I said it in January instead of now, but you can absolutely take what I say and apply it to the circumstances we're in right now. So I'm going to press play, and I hope that you can hear it okay. Welcome to week 1 of the high vibe journey. Tune into the energy behind your emotions. According to quantum physics, everything is vibration. Everything emits a certain vibrational frequency, including your emotions. Every feeling that you have resonates with a particular vibrational frequency. These vibrations exist on a scale, high to low. I first discovered this by Abraham Hicks in the book Ask and It Is Given, and I have since read about this concept far and wide, and I've had a few years now to play with it. I'm pausing because I can't turn the volume up unless I go out of this, and I'm realizing that it's just too low, even though I tested it earlier. For some reason it seems to have gone lower, so let me go back to it again, go full screen, and hopefully and ultimately embrace it as my own truth. Abraham Hicks placed different emotions on a kind of ladder, but I conceptualize them more as being on a spiral. We can all relate to emotions that spiral downwards, right? So I created this diagram that I call the emotional flow chart, and I hung it where I could see it every day. I began checking in with my emotions throughout my day to become more aware of what kind of vibration I'm giving off, and therefore attract it back to me. This simple awareness has changed my life. Before I started checking in with my emotions several times a day, I was prone, like most of us, to going into a downward spiral. What would begin as frustration or irritation could escalate into anger for me quite quickly. On other days, feelings of overwhelm could morph into blame, like, why is nobody helping me around the house? And then into anger again. Or frustration over not knowing how to do something in my business, like uploading a video to YouTube, could spiral into discouragement that made me want to just give up. And that would leach into how I spoke to my family later on in the day. Yes, I had anger issues. But by simply becoming more aware of my emotions, I was able to catch myself much faster. By noticing when I was over on the downward spiral, I could take a deep breath, reframe, and choose better feeling thoughts, such as positive expectation that I'd overcome my challenge, or gratitude and appreciation for all that was going well in my life. The most important thing to remember is that your thoughts create your emotions. Whatever you are thinking about at any given moment is causing you to feel certain emotions, and those emotions carry the vibrational frequency that you are giving out and thus receiving back. Emotions such as enthusiasm, appreciation, and love are high vibrational frequencies. Feelings such as overwhelm, frustration, and guilt have a low vibrational frequency. Remember that the law of vibration says that vibrations are always matched. By holding a high vibration, you are placing yourself at the same frequency of high vibration experiences and people, thereby inviting similar high vibration experiences and people to come into your awareness. People who are often pessimistic are known for being predominantly negative people. They have set their vibrational tone to that of pessimism. As a result, their energy vibrates within that frequency, and they experience more of the same. It can be hard to escape this pattern if you're not even aware of the law of vibration, and soon one becomes a victim, feeling that life is happening to them. The key to living a life of happiness and joy is to be very mindful of your vibration. Regardless of where you sit on the emotional flow chart right now, tuning into the vibrations behind your emotions is a very powerful way to increase your ability to create positive outcomes in your life. Think of your emotions as your indicator, helping you to know whether your choice of thoughts and actions are raising or lowering your vibes. When the fuel gauge on your car indicates that the tank is running empty, you don't criticize the indicator, do you? You do something about adding more fuel to the tank. Similarly, a low vibration emotion is simply an indicator that your current choice of thoughts is not giving you your best energy. Don't get upset at the indicator. Notice your emotions, pay attention to the way you feel, and appreciate your amazing indicator system, which is speaking to you through your emotions. When observing your emotions, be kind and gentle with yourself. Observe from a place of curiosity and self-love. I seem to be feeling irritable and kind of impatient right now. What can this be telling me? My circumstances right now are this and that, and it's kind of understandable that I'm feeling this way, but that's only going to attract more low vibes to me, so what can I do right now to lift my vibes? Since it's your thoughts that are creating the emotion, one of the easiest tricks to pull out of the bag is to simply reach for a better feeling thought. How could you reframe what's going on? Or how could you turn your mind to something more optimistic? Or can you take a breathing break and focus on gratitude? We'll be looking at the high vibe practices throughout this journey so you can play with what works for you in different circumstances. Don't underestimate the emotion of contentment just because it appears to fall at the bottom of the upward spiral. It's wonderful to feel content, even when your day is not particularly exciting. To feel content, even when you're waiting in a long line, or you're folding a mountain of laundry, or you're being stuck in traffic, it doesn't mean that you're not relying on outside circumstances for your contentment. It's important to know that the objective is never to go straight from a low vibration emotion all the way up to the highest. One rung up the ladder at a time, says Abraham Hicks. Although I'm often able to move into feelings of positive expectation and gratitude by giving myself a mini pep talk or doing one of my easier high vibe practices. It is possible to be at two ends of the vibrational spectrum at once, as I learned when a dear friend passed away. I was experiencing grief and at the same time, love and gratitude. High vibe thoughts and emotions can help carry us through low vibe times. So the flow chart of emotions doesn't follow any one set of rules. It doesn't just like you're in one place or the other. It's there as a guide in the beginning to bring about a simple awareness. It helps you to recognize whether you are more consistently in a higher or lower vibration as you move throughout your day. I also want to add something really important here, so really listen up. Learn to love your emotions, all of them, including those on the right-hand side of that chart. Our emotions are what make us human. Trust your feelings, no matter what they are. When you move past judgment and allow yourself to feel all of the ways you feel, you will experience an acceleration. Anger has its purpose. Pain has its purpose. They all lead you to something if you allow them to flow through you without chasing them away or drowning them out. I'm also a huge fan of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's also known as tapping. And that's for this reason, because it helps you to acknowledge your emotions first so you can see what purpose they have been serving you before you release them and let them go. To me, it's much more powerful than traditional talk therapy. So, why live a high vibe life? When your vibrational frequencies are of love, and joy, passion, enthusiasm, you'll wake up each day and put your best self forward in all that you do with whoever you're with. It won't matter that life isn't perfect. When challenges come your way, you'll navigate through them with much more ease. You'll look for the lessons contained in the difficult times and see them as opportunities to expand and grow into your highest potential. Although this is not a law of attraction course, the law of attraction, of course, is an important reason to maintain high vibration. Like attracts like. Whatever frequency you are vibrating at is attracting back a similar vibration. Going back to science, vibrations of a similar frequency are drawn together. If you want to bring about something in your life, begin vibrating at a frequency that is congruent with your desired reality so that you will attract, not repel it. Conversely, pay attention to when you're vibrating at a low frequency so you're not attracting low vibe people and situations into your life. Where the law of attraction has become a bit misconstrued is when we use it to try to deliberately manifest specific outcomes. Our minds actually limit us from what is actually possible, above and beyond what we can imagine. Keep dreaming big and visualizing and writing your goals. If doing that raises your vibes higher, it definitely does for me. But at the same time, make your affirmation be this or something better. Trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing, even when it doesn't make sense to you. Take responsibility for maintaining your own vibrational energy. All you ever really need to do at this point is simply focus on feeling good. And remember that contentment and hopefulness are high vibe emotions. Your homework is to print out at least one copy of the flow chart of emotions and refer to it as many times a day as you can. I took mine to a printer and had a poster made of it, which hangs above my desk, just over my computer, so I can take a pause in the action throughout my weekday and check in with myself throughout the day. After a while, it becomes innate to observe your own emotions. In the beginning, this visual aid really helps. Share it with family members too. They may not entirely get it, but as this becomes your superpower, they will benefit from it too. I also keep my high vibe vision board up next to my desk. Do consider this as one of your high vibe practices too, which is what we have coming up in the next video. Okay. I hope I'm back again. Give me a wave if you can see me. Can you see me? Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, and then let me just open up. Oops. Hang on a second. 1 second here. I've lost all of you guys. Okay, got you back. Okay, so I hope that helps you to understand how to use this and how really, you saw it, it's above my desk. And I refer to it so many times a day and I ask myself, how am I feeling right now? And it really helps me so much to notice if I'm getting on that negative spiral and catch myself before it gets to be too much. So let's see what I was going to talk about next. I mean, I didn't really go too much into, because I just don't know how much time we have. I didn't go too much into how everything is energy. I mean, it's a scientific fact that everything on this planet and beyond is made up of vibrating particles of energy. The law of vibration is that anything that exists in our universe, whether it's seen or unseen, it consists of pure energy or light, and it's a vibrational frequency or pattern. Quantum physics goes into it more. I'm not saying I've read every quantum physics book out there, but I've read quite a bit. And I just know that, you hear sometimes that even things that appear solid, like the chair you're sitting on, are actually made up of particles which are vibrating up against each other, causing a resistance and making it impossible to pass through. So your chair is actually pulsing with energy, as is every other solid thing that you can see, hear, or touch right now. And just like the law of gravity, you don't have to actually physically see or understand. You don't actually have to see it to understand that the law of vibration is there and it's doing its thing. If you can imagine how people would have been when people were first talking about the law of gravity, and it's like, well, you can't see that. And then finally it was proven, and now even though we can't see gravity, we know it's there. And it's the same with the law of vibration. When you look at the scientific stuff behind it, it's absolutely incredible to realize that every single thing is vibration, it's energy, including our thoughts and including our emotions. So that's what I mean when I talk about that we're always energetically vibrating, and our emotional and mental and physical states are affecting the vibrational waves that we're sending out and thus attracting back. So if you begin to pay attention, you're going to notice how often you pick up on the invisible energies of others and them back to you as well. So I want to look now at the Keeping Your Vibes High worksheet. If you guys have it, I know I sent it out late, but this is a little worksheet, and it's a chance for you to look at where you're at on the emotional flow chart right now, and to actually notice which downward spiral emotions you're most prone to, and you can make that be like recently. Which thoughts or actions typically lead you there, and then which better feeling thoughts or actions can you do instead. I'm going to get into what we can be doing to protect our vibes a bit more. I really believe that the number one thing that we can do to protect our own vibrations and our own personal energy field is to drastically reduce our exposure to the news. Yes, we need to be informed. It's really important right now. We need to know what's going on, and we need to be informed so that we can make good decisions. But if you get hooked on all of the details, you're going to get caught up in this negative spiral really quickly. Has anyone been noticing that already? That if you just pay too much attention to the news, you can get really sucked into it, and you can end up in the collective fears that are going on around, and the worries and doubts and all that. And of course, in uncertain times, we are allowed to feel these emotions, but it's just a question of making sure that we don't get caught up in the collective pull that is bringing everybody down, and do what we can to raise our frequencies for the whole of everybody. So if you are the type of person like me who watches TV news and just seeing the visuals and hearing the actual broadcaster voices and all of that just makes it much more vivid to you, then do what I do and just read the news stories. You can skim it a lot easier, and you don't have those kind of images burned on you. And it also it shows you way too much above and beyond what you need to know. It just does. You don't need to know all of that. You need to know what's happening in your own community, and you don't need to know what's happening in every single community in other parts of the world all the time. Now let's take a look at contagious emotions, and that is the stuff that you pick up from those you interact with in person in your day-to-day life. Maybe you live with, or you work with, or you've got someone else in your life who is a low vibe person, or like anyone, they have their low vibe days, and you don't want to get sucked into the downward spiral with them. Like, you're doing your best and you're keeping your vibes high, because your energy field is constantly taking in and putting out vibrations. Some of those vibrations are going to be low, and they will bring you down if unchecked. So what I'm going to show you is how I protect myself from these kind of contagious emotions. One of the first things I always reach for are my botch rescue remedy, my botch remedies. I've got different ones. If you don't know botch, they're in health food stores. I know some of us are going to be in lockdown soon if you're not already, but if you've got any of this rescue remedy on hand already, I know a lot of people do. They call it yoga in a bottle, and this is to calm and reassure. So if you're feeling a bit freaked out, this like brings you down immediately. And then in the batch series, there are 38 other remedies in these kind of little bottles like this, and you can just put drops in your water or drops directly on your tongue, and they're completely safe. They're safe for children. I've used them on my boys ever since they were really tiny, and they're completely safe. I've used them on my cats. Walnut is the one for change, coping with change. So if you suddenly have, you know, you're working from home, you've got everybody all under one roof, you've got kids, you're homeschooling. I know some people have mentioned that before. It's total change, right? To be locked in your house. And walnut helps you to cope with change. It'll help all your family members to cope with change as well. And it also is a dual purpose one, because it also protects you from outside influences. So walnut is a really, really good one during times like this. And another one that I really recommend is elm for overwhelm. If you're just feeling like you just can't think straight and make clear thinking decisions, elm gets you out of overwhelm. And there's another one, I gave it to Ilva who's watching. I gave Ilva my bottle. It is called aspen. And aspen is for, it's for when you're feeling fearful. It's for fearing that bad things will come your way, which is understandable right now that you could feel that way. It gives you courage, and it breaks down those fears. So just take some drops of that regularly, you know, until you don't feel it anymore, and then you can kind of like not take some and see how you feel, and then just kind of have it at the ready if you feel that way again. You really can't go wrong with these. They're really safe. I also use doTERRA essential oils. I only discovered these a few months ago, and I thought at first that like they're kind of light aromatherapy, and then I realized that doTERRA oils in particular are of a different vibrational frequency than a lot of the other kind of cheaper ones that you find out there. And now I realize why I'm loving them so much more than when I used to just buy the odd one here and there of a different brand. So you may have heard of doTERRA On Guard, which is selling like hotcakes right now, because this little bottle contains not only antibacterial agents, so it protects you like literally from germs and bacteria and that sort of thing, but also it's energetically protective. So it protects your energy, your vibrations. And you can put this in a diffuser. I've got a couple of different doTERRA diffusers around the house, and you can just have it diffusing into the air. Or you can apply it directly to you. If you need to go to the supermarket or something, you need to go and do an essential errand, you can put some of this on you, and it's in cleaning products, so it's in doTERRA cleaning products, so you can like be cleaning your house with it. I've got these wooden boxes here. I've got all 38 of the Bach flower remedies and the Bach flower remedy books, because I actually studied them at the Bach Institute many years ago. And then I bought myself a doTERRA box to start keeping my oils. A lot of my oils are in other parts of the house right now. But I wanted to flag up one oil that I just got. I thought I brought it down from upstairs. Yeah, I did. It's called Elevation. If you've got doTERRA oils or you're interested in doTERRA oils, let me know if you want more information. But Elevation is amazing if you happen to have it or if you want to get it. In my book of doTERRA oils on emotions and essential oils, it's a book I got on Amazon. Elevation, listen to the description. Elevation can assist individuals of letting go of lower energy vibrations. This blend can raise one's energy levels and energetic vibrations into higher states. It can inspire feelings of cheerfulness, brightness, courage, humor, playfulness, and fun. It teaches us that worry and fear are not productive, but faith, hope, and determination are. These oils redirect the brain pathways to transform despair into happiness, joy, and abundance. So I saw that when I was thinking about what to put in my order for this month, and I was like, oh my goodness, if I look at the emotional flow chart and I think about those high vibe emotions, like, yes, so we just got that, and we've been diffusing that in the house, and I don't know, it's been working for me. The doTERRA oils, the Bach are my go-tos. And you know, the more aware you become of your personal vibes and where you are on the emotional flow chart, the more you're going to really begin to notice the vibrations of others. And what I want to say to you is, don't judge other people's vibes. Like, notice it, and if anything, you'll start to notice more when you can bring yourself to a higher, and you'll notice when other people are in lower. But don't judge anyone else's vibes as good or bad, because you got to stay neutral and be responsible for your own personal energy. I can't stress that enough. Too often in families, when we're all under one roof, we expect that if we're feeling good, we want everybody else to too, or if we're feeling bad, we want everybody else to too. And we just have to stay in our own lane when it comes to our vibes. And you'll be quite astonished, actually, that the more consistently you can keep yourself in a higher vibration, the more that your energy is going to rub off on other people in the family. And that isn't to say that you're going to try to manipulate others. I'm going to be really high vibe and I'm going to make you high vibe too. It's not like that, but it just happens. It's just what will happen. Or you will find that you'll naturally, the higher vibration you go, the more you naturally repel low vibrations. I hear from other people who've got online businesses like me that they get a lot of trolls and they get a lot of comments they have to delete. And I hear about all this stuff and I'm like, I don't get that. maybe I've jinxed myself right now, but I don't ever get hate mail. I don't ever get negative comments under my post and all the stuff that I hear about from other people. And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like when you're really high vibe, you kind of repel negativity. So just understand that you create your reality and every other person creates their reality, and everyone has the opportunity to wake up anytime when they're ready. And you can't rush people with this. We're all on our own journey here. Okay, I'm looking at the time right here. I want to see, first of all, if we have any questions. If anybody's asked me any questions before I move on. I have a look in the chat box here. Go ahead and ask me anything if you want, and then I'm going to come back around again to questions. Yeah, you're right. The book I was talking about by Abraham Hicks is called Ask and It Is Given. It comes with a heavy woo-woo warning. I mean, if you're not open to a woman who's channeling and writing the book because she's channeling an entity called Abraham, then maybe you're not going to be down with it, and you can just pluck this bit out of it. But it's I love the book because it actually feels like a guidebook where if you're feeling, it actually tells you if you're feeling between this emotion and this emotion, you can try this, and it tells you like practical things that you could be doing. Okay, let's see. Some people are having some problems with the logistics here, sorry about that. Okay, Deborah says, regarding excessive exposure to media, I even had to ask my children's school to stop showing them news around on a daily basis. Gosh, yeah, well done, Deborah, for saying that. Exactly, why should children at home, we can kind of control a bit what we let them see, and it's not that we have to protect them so much, like nothing's going on at all. Of course we need to, tell them what's going on, but we can definitely be filtering what's going on. Okay, bye, Anna Karina. I'm glad you could come. Well, I can't see Anna Karina right now. I don't know whether she's left or not, but she actually has the coronavirus, and she doesn't have any symptoms whatsoever, like none. She was tested only because she was in contact with somebody who had it, and it was back when they were still doing all the testing. She has it, and her partner, who she lives with, doesn't. Other people in her home don't have it, and she feels absolutely fine. And I've spoken to several other people too, by the way, in case you're wondering. I've spoken to several people who are certain that they have it or have had it, and they're fine. Like, so. Just want to assure you that it isn't like going to sweep everybody off their feet. The botch remedy that I gave Ilva is called Aspen. Thank you for asking, Christina. And the name of the doTERRA oil that I just bought is called Elevation. You can see they're not Elevation. Okay, keep questions coming. I'll circle back to them again. I just want to say something really important, and that is that I feel like with this experience, with what's going on, we have the potential here to use this to grow and to expand and to model resistance and courage and resourcefulness and adaptability. There's so many things here that we can be learning to embrace ourselves and model, right? I feel like our grandparents had all these qualities, and our great-grandparents certainly did, right? They were resourceful, they were resilient, they were adaptable, they went through a lot of stuff. I feel like generationally, we're becoming more and more entitled and lazy and weak. And I'm just, feeling like we're further and further from living in alignment with nature and Mother Earth. When we want something, we just click a button and it arrives on our doorstep. We don't think about the cost at which that arrives on our doorstep at all. It's just like, there it is. And when we crack open something that we bought at, I'm saying M&S, and you guys in other parts of the world won't even know what I mean, but Marks and Spencer's is like a food store here where almost everything comes in packaging with a plastic lid on it and an outer cardboard packaging and everything, instead of, going and buying things fresh. We are just popping that open and pouring it out, and we're just not thinking anything about what that's doing. And when we buy too much food and we toss it out, and disposable fashion and needless products and plastic, I just wonder if this is our wake-up call. What if this is Earth's way of actually preserving itself against destruction? Because we're not moving fast enough with all the things that we're trying to do in the world to cut down on emissions and do all this. Like, they've projected it, and it is just not happening fast enough. And I can't help but wonder if this is just the Earth's way of protecting itself against destruction, if it's going to wake us up. Have you seen the videos of the dolphins swimming in the Venice canals? And the fish and the swans, now that Venice doesn't have all the gondolas and all the tourists and everything, there are dolphins swimming there. There are fish and there are swans. I don't know whether you've seen the aerial views of the Earth now, but they're starting to show this huge reduction in pollution. They're showing like hotspot areas, that what it used to be and what it's looking like now, and it's just absolutely incredible. So yeah, I mean, we can rise up to this challenge, and we can meet it with love, and we can all promise the earth that when this is over, we will change our wicked ways, or we can freak out. So we can either rise up or freak out. We have a choice. I think I'm gonna make a meme out of that. I should put that on Instagram tomorrow. Rise up or freak out. You got a choice. But that's how I really feel right now. I feel like when you're giving yourself over to low vibe emotions, you're losing your power. And when you choose to feel better, just reach for that better feeling thought, or do something to raise your vibes. That's one thing I haven't done yet, is I want to talk to you about high vibe practices. When you can do things to raise your vibes, then you are in your power. When you choose to feel better, you're in your power, and you are so powerful. If you struggle with any of this, you know, I'm here to support you, really. So really, let me know if you need more support. I want to return back to the worksheet, the high vibe practices. So I put some little icon-y pictures in there, and then what I want you to do is actually take your pen and write down next to these things, next to things that you'll be doing more of. So water, drink more water. Eat nutritiously. It's really important. Our vibrations are definitely going to be higher if we're drinking loads of water and we're eating as nutritiously as we possibly can. Movement. I know not everybody watching this is necessarily in lockdown yet. But you know, for those that are in lockdown or about to go into lockdown, movement, we've got to keep moving. I know a few of you joined me for the Instagram dance party that happened on Saturday, and it really raised our vibes. And when I send out my email tomorrow with the replay link, I'm hoping that the replay link will come out tomorrow. Zoom is taking a little bit of time these days because of how many people are on Zoom. But I will actually, Sarah, do you mind putting in at sit down AJ into the chat? It's an Instagram from my dance teacher, as in my dance teacher here up the road from me, AJ. He's a stand-up comedian and a dance teacher, and I go to his in-person classes normally, but now on his Instagram, he's doing free, you just pay by PayPal donation if you want to give something. He does these free half-hour classes, so it's the class I used to walk down the road and go to, and he's doing them on Instagram live. And I know Sarah went, and Ilva came, and who else was all there? Vanessa came, and I'm drawing a blank now on who was all there. Rachel. We were all doing it, and he can't see you, but you can just see him in his little chat and everything. Oh my gosh, you guys, go onto his page, find out when he's doing them, and I'll see you there. I'm gonna do it like every time I can. So we gotta keep moving, we gotta keep laughing, and that's what I like about his, is that it's a combination of laughing and moving. And you know, there's all kinds of home exercise things out there. We definitely have to keep moving, and you know, if you've got kids, keep your kids moving too. There's virtual PE classes going on right now. I know Joe Wicks is doing at 9 a.m. every morning on his YouTube. He's doing, here in the UK, he's doing PE classes for kids. So we all have to keep moving. And we still need to find fresh air. If you've got a garden, fabulous. If you can lean your head out the window, we have to keep connected to nature. It is so important. And I know it could be really difficult for some people. If you've got a big garden and you can go outside, great. If you don't, you still need to gaze outside the window and connect to those trees. And I mean, I'm a tree hugger, so I've got a tree right outside my front door that I go outside and hug, and I've got another favorite one at the park. And you know, I'm a tree hugger. I really believe in that the trees are so wise. And other things on here. So you can right next to that tree, hug a tree, or look at a tree out the window. Music. We've got to keep music going in our lives. Like, create a feel-good playlist. And I can find sometimes that I want to resist pressing play on music when I'm feeling like a low vibe emotion. And I just have to force myself sometimes to just press play on my feel good thing, even though I'm like, oh, this is never going to work, and I don't feel like it, I don't feel like dancing. And I'll press play on it, and suddenly I'm like, I can't help it. There's certain songs on my feel good playlist that I can't help but dance to. So when you're in a feel good mood, that's a good time to create your feel good playlist, and then use that. when you are inevitably in a low vibe, because you're going to go back and forth. We're human. It's going to happen. So high vibe music. That little kind of candle icon up here is kind of my little symbol for what symbol could I put for quiet time, for just like me time, for project me time. Keep doing your project me life. We'll check in. Those of you who are members of Project We know that we do our check-in the first week of every month, and then we come in and we share what our ahas were from our check-in, and we've got Monday motivation, and we've got weekend wins and all that great stuff. If you're not in Project We, gosh, this is such a great time to join it. If you want a high vibe tribe of people, like we're awesome. And you got me in there every day. So what else have I got on here? The little kissing in the heart can be self-love, or if you're in a relationship, it could just be not forgetting to connect with your partner. You know, kissing, affection, all of that, we got to keep that going. And books, high vibe books, read, journal if you love journaling. And I've got a little yoga person there that could be stretching, and I've got the little sleep. Get sleep. And this is a reminder to myself too, because you know, when I don't have to be up in the morning for the usual preschool and all that kind of stuff. Preschool, I'm making it sound like I have young kids. I have a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old, but I still get up to see my 17-year-old off to school. And when he doesn't have to get up for school and his A-levels have been called off, I could just be prone to staying up too late at night and not getting up in the morning. So I'm keeping to a Monday through Friday routine still, and then, or Monday through Thursday, Sunday through Thursday, and then at the weekends, I'm going to allow myself to stay up later like I always do and have another dance party. We had a virtual party for Ilva's birthday on Saturday night, and we invited friends, and we used Zoom just like this, and we had music, and we unmuted people, and we had conversations, and we did a poll, and so, you know, you can keep your social life going. Believe me, if you want any advice on that, let me know. But you gotta keep your not just within your family, you got to keep your social life going as well. The page after that, I'm going to leave you guys to fill it out on your own. Really do that. Fill out this kind of stuff, and I've given you another page for more notes and kind of reflecting on everything that we've been taking in this workshop. I'm going to come back over to the chat again to see if anyone's asked me anything. Sarah says, sleep, I love it, me too. Oprah Magazine did an interview with Kitty. Kitty who? Do I need to look up higher? But Kitty who? Joe Wicks, 9 a.m. Yes. On YouTube. I'm glad that someone put down that sit down AJ. Yes, so good. Oh, Zandra did it this evening. I couldn't do it because it was right before this workshop. He did one at an hour before I was starting this one, and I had to have my dinner, so I couldn't do it, so I missed that one. But let's all pay attention to the account Sit Down AJ, and let's try to come in there, and then we'll say hi to each other. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Project We is amazing. Find out more here. Thank you, Sarah. We are amazing. It is amazing, and you would be so warmly welcomed in it. It's just the most incredible community. We've got 120 members at the moment, 120-ish, and we are awesome. And let's see, what else? Oh, there's a really long one here, Heidi. Oh, Heidi, thank you for sharing that. I love that so much, and yeah, let me copy that, and I'm going to paste that into Project We tomorrow. Let me just do that and paste that here. Okay, got it. Okay. So any more questions about how to, I mean, you know, this is basic 101, my high vibe journey. By the way, the high vibe journey I'm running again. Like, I was not going to run the high vibe journey again. I didn't think I could run it again until May or June. And the reason why is because I was scheduled to have surgery on my eyes next month. And then I was not going to be allowed to use a computer or go anywhere near a computer for a whole month. So I knew that I couldn't run the high vibe journey until I was properly healed and could do it all again. And suddenly I'm like, whoa, I'm going to run the high vibe journey again. And I'm starting it next Monday because we need this. It's a 4-week program what that little video that you saw is like one video. There's 2 videos every week, plus you get a whole workbook. So like these worksheets here, you get a whole workbook with every month, and then you get a separate private High Vibe Tribe community group with me, and loads more beyond that. I'm not going to turn this into an info commercial for the High Vibe journey, but last time I did it for 12, and this time I'm extending it to 20. I think any more than 20, and I'm not going to be able to give everybody the personal attention I want to give. So it's going to be for 20 this time. And I was going to raise the price. Last time it was a beta price that was just like for people who were just doing it for the first time. And I decided it just felt mean to like, now I'm going to raise the price, even though I was going to do that when I did it in May or June. And I will do when I do it in May or June. But this time around, I'm going to keep it the same price as it was for the beta price. So join that if you feel called to. Right, with 2 minutes left to spare, I am the productivity and time management gal, you know that, right? And I will mention on a completely, back to my putting on my practical hat here, that, the tools like Design My Day, people have been writing to me and saying, this is saving me right now. Loads of action sheets, maybe Sarah can put it in there, myprojectme.com/action-sheets. I'm pretty sure there's a hyphen in the sheets. Anyway, just go to myprojectme.com actually, and there's a tab there for action sheets. And that's where you can find so many things like the ideas into action sheet. I just use these all the time. There's a really great one that is, it sounds crazy, but it's a blank one with lots of little like bubbles in it. And you can use that for kids for like making chores charts, for creating homework assignments and things. I use those. For some reason, I just like to have those, and I can just print out a bunch of them and fill them in. I've got a chores chart as well that is not actually, it's in a blog post about how to get your kids to help you more. And there's a free chores chart that comes with that. I'm printing those out for my 20 and 17-year-old. I created these charts for when they were really little, and they got into really great, helping me out around the house stuff. And now that my eldest is back from university and my youngest isn't studying for A-levels anymore, I am rounding everybody in the family. My husband's working from home. Like, I am not going to be the family slave. Raise your hand if you are not going to be the family slave. Come on. Yeah, do this. I will not be the family slave. So we'll be high vibe about it. I will not be the family slave. So that's the thing. Call a family meeting and make it non like, all right, everybody, I need your help here. That's low vibe. What you can be doing is being optimistic and loving and just present everything with a high vibe, so that instead of going, all right, guys, I'm fed up, I need your help, I can't be the slave, I can't be doing everything. If you find that coming out of your mouth, do some high vibe practices, breathe, relax your forehead, do all the high vibe practicey stuff, and then call a family meeting. And get yourself prepared first, like print out some sheets. I think it's good, it depends on the age of your kids, but with mine, I'm not going to be just telling them what they need to do. We're going to have a family meeting. I'm going to list out all the things that need to be going on around the house. I mean, I'm going to hold my hand up. We normally have a cleaner. We don't have a cleaner anymore. So, I mean, really, we're going to really have, it's going to be this total change for everybody here. I'm going to put down all the different things, like, the blank sheet, the blank, action sheet I talked about. At the top, I'm going to put each room of the house in it, kind of like kitchen, living room. I'm going to put what needs to happen in those boxes, and then we will divvy out who does what, and we'll figure out as a family, do we want it to be that's going to be everybody's stuff, like that's going to be your thing, or we're going to have it be on a rotating basis, so that that's your thing this week and whatever. So we're gonna figure it out together. Okay, that is me running a little bit over, but I wanted to throw in some extra stuff like that for you too. So I have been working to get this ready and to get the High Vibe Journey ready again for everybody to be doing starting from next Monday. And then now I'm moving into making sure that you guys have all that stuff to keep yourself, the practical home life management stuff that is already there, but I'm going to be flagging it up and making videos about it, and talking to you much more about how to make sure the logistics in your house are going smoothly, so that you don't fall into the frustration and anger and overwhelm and irritation and all that stuff, which will happen when we have all of our family members underfoot. All right. Any more questions? Let's see here before we wrap up. Sheila, have a dance party just for chores. Love it. Followed by celebrity chores are done. What does that mean? A celebratory. I thought you said celebrity. I'm going, is that something, a new reality TV show? Celebrity chores. All the celebrities who no longer have cleaners coming into their homes. Oh, wow. Wow. Just think how many people no longer have their cleaners. So we'll have Kim Kardashian and all those guys without their cleaners. Or they probably have them like, I'm going to say something low vibe there. I won't. I was going to say something about having them like locked in their basement or something. Okay, so high vibe journey. Trina did my high vibe journey. I think she's bigging it up there. I am tomorrow going to try to work at getting all of the testimonials onto the high vibe journey. Hey, actually, did Sarah? Can you put? Oh, you did already. You put the details of high vibe journey. The testimonials aren't there yet. I've gotten so many great feedbacks. I need to go through all and turn them into testimonials and put them on there. But suffice to say that everybody was super, super happy, and it set them up for what's happening in the world right now. Okay, Sam says MITs, what that means is most important tasks, and that is MITs from the Design My Day action sheet. Those are your 3 most important tasks each day. And Sam says those are saving her and getting the whole family on board. Maria says, love Design My Day. Deborah says, I have 2 primary age kids and the summer strategy kit is a lifesaver. Okay, thanks for bringing that up, Deborah. If you don't have the summer strategy kit, that comes with Project We membership. But what I'm going to be doing is turning that into a, what should I call it, an isolation? I'm going to call it survival in this day and time. That sounds a little too literal. So I think I will call it like the lockdown sanity saver. I don't know, we'll call it something like that. But I'm going to be taking a lot of what is in the summer strategy kit and turning it into something that just has a different name that doesn't have summer strategy on it, but it'd be pretty much the same thing. So again, that's in Project We membership. I find it really difficult, you guys, to be creating all these sales pages for different things and different price points for different things, and all the lists, it gets really convoluted. So that's why I created Project We membership, and I literally throw everything I have into Project We membership. So you get my productivity and time management training videos, you get like everything I have, with the exception of the high vibe journey, because I decided to make that something that was really intimate. And it took a lot, it takes a lot more of my time, and we're creating our vibes together and all that. So that's why that is separate from Project We. But everything else I have is in Project We membership. So even if you only join for a month and grab everything in there and leave, that's fine. I actually don't mind. Okay. All right. Trina is ending. I think we'll end on Trina's comment. I choose appreciation and gratitude. If we got to be locked down, at least we have electricity and technology, and that is amazing. Yeah, thank you, Trina. Thank you for that. Okay, everybody. Listen, I'm by no means, when I'm talking about high vibe, am I trying to diminish the importance of what's going on in the world. But I think it's very important, and I think there's a very good chance that life won't be quite the same ever again. But I think that we can be, as I said before, looking at what we can be doing and making our promises to the universe and Mother Earth, and God and Source, and Trina, Gus, right? We call it God, Universe, Source, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. And yeah. I'm probably just offended half the audience here by saying that. Okay, so I will, right now, while I'm still feeling high vibe, wish you all the best. For those of you in the UK, we're gonna slide off now and find out what Boris Johnson just had to say. I think we all know it's probably lockdown. Maybe someone already knows right now. I'm gonna go and find out, but let's keep our vibrations high. Collectively, our vibrations are all mixing in with each other, and instead of getting caught in the downward spiral, let's collectively keep our vibes high and do it for our families, do it for our communities, and do it for the planet. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming. Choose love. Bye, everyone. You gotta go, because otherwise I don't want to leave first, so you have to go. People are like, I don't know how to leave. Don't worry, if you're still here at the end, I'll move you out or I'll end the meeting. But bye everyone, thanks so much for coming. If you don't know how to leave, I'm just going to end now. Okay, bye-bye.